Penguin Random House Australia Audio proudly presents The Gap, written by Benjamin Gilmour, narrated by Matty Morris, all rights reserved. This book has been written from detailed notes I took while working as a paramedic on ambulances in Sydney during the summer of 2007-2008. An early draft was finished in 2009, but I considered the material too sensitive to publish at the time. 10 years on, enough has changed to allow for the story to be told. Although this book narrates true events, the names and ages of patients have been altered, as have locations, times, and other identifying features to protect their privacy. The names of my fellow paramedics have also been disguised, with the exception of my friend John, and in some cases the characteristics of two or more colleagues have intentionally been merged to further respect their wish for anonymity. For narrative purposes, there are instances where the order of some events has been shifted. Conversations are either recorded word for word based on my notes or roughly as I remember them. All views expressed in this book are mine alone and do not represent those of other paramedics or my employer. Nor does my attitude and conduct in this book necessarily reflect the person and paramedic I am today, 10 years later, or the attitude and conduct of my colleagues in the present. I no longer work in Sydney, and every main player in this book has moved on too. But what will never change is the trauma and death paramedics are exposed to, and the impact this can have on us and the way we manage our mental health. While there are many external factors that affect paramedics' well-being beyond the influence of an employer, since writing this book a decade ago, remarkable work has been done by ambulance services in Australia to address the emotional and psychological needs of staff. New South Wales Ambulance, for example, has hired full-time psychologists, expanded their chaplaincy and peer support programs, and conducted wellness workshops. While organisational change can be complex and slow, the shift in workplace culture and the generous funding and strategies implemented to improve paramedic well-being should be acknowledged. A word of warning. There are moments of black comedy in this book that some readers may find confronting. But an authentic narrative of this kind cannot exist without the gallows humour that paramedics are famous for, a humour shared by many doctors and nurses, police and undertakers. Studies have shown that this type of humour has an important psychological and social function in professions that deal with pain and sorrow on a daily basis. It's a way of slaying the monster, of dealing with stress and keeping up morale. There is also frank discussion of mental illness and suicide. The manuscript has been assessed by psychologists at every mind for impact on vulnerable readers, and dozens of changes have been made to soften imagery and remove explicit detail. Even so, if you feel...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?